see from the previous clips, I already cut out the shape and I ended up making 3 in total, all the same size. And you can make yours whatever size you want, and also you can make it whatever thickness you want as well. And the foam that I'm using is about 2.5 centimeters thick, which is just right, but you don't want it to be too thick. So if your sponge or foam is too thick, you can just cut off some of it before you cut out the heart shape. So basically what you saw me do was I just drew out just traced this heart template onto the foam, and you can easily find a template like this just by searching up heart template on Google. And I just traced it onto the foam using a pen, and then you just want to cut it out with your scissors and then just really carefully neaten up the edges. It's really simple to do and it doesn't take a lot of time. And you can make as many as you want because they're so simple. And then once you have the shape ready, next what you want to do is you also want to cut a slit at the bottom like this. And this is where the lolly stick is going to go later. And now we can move on to the next step. Was I painted all 3 of the hearts, and you can paint yours whatever colours you want, and also you can paint on whatever designs you want as well. You do not have to leave them plain. And you can also look up images on Google for inspiration. But as you can see, I decided to leave mine quite simple, so I just painted mine 3 solid colours. And of course I decided to use Valentine's Day themed colours, so I painted this one light pink, this one dark pink and this one red. And even though they are very simple, I still think these are looking pretty cute. So yeah, you can just paint these however you want and get really creative with them. Oh, and also another thing I almost forgot to mention is if you have puffy paint or fabric paint, you can add multiple layers to them just to make them look a little bit more shiny like real lollipops. But since I'm making these literally a few days before Valentine's Day, I still want them to dry in time, so I didn't add multiple layers of paint. I only added 1 layer to each of them. But if you want yours to look a little bit more shinier like real lollipops, then you can add multiple layers of puffy paint or fabric paint if you want to. So anyways, now we're going to let these dry and then I can move on to the next step. Decided to use red ones for these two, and then I just used a plain wooden one for the red one, and I just glued them in using my all-purpose glue. And also, if the stick is a little bit too long, you can cut off some of it using your scissors before you glue them in. So that's what they should look like, and now moving on to the next step. This next step is completely optional, but you can choose to add some packaging. And you saw what I did for all three of them in the previous clips. So what you want to do is you want to take a clear plastic folder like this one, or you can use a clear sandwich bag, and then you just want to cut out a small rectangle shape or a shape that's big enough to fit the squishy. And then once you've cut it out, you just want to close up all the edges apart from one of them, just using some clear tape. But obviously make sure that you leave the bottom bit open so that way you can put the squishy inside. And then once you've done that, you just want to fasten or tie the bottom of it just using some ribbon, and you can use whatever colour you want. I chose red. And it's up to you, you can make it even more cuter by tying a bow at the bottom, but since I wanted to keep mine simple, I decided not to do that, so I just tied them all at the bottom, as you can see. So yeah, you do not have to do the packaging if you don't want to, but I just think this makes them look a lot more like lollipops. And then once you've done that, your squishies are finished. So here they all are again once they are completely finished. And also another thing I forgot to mention is if you are making the packaging, make sure not to tie the ribbon too tightly because you still want to be able to untie it and take the squishy out, of course, because I almost made that mistake. And I think these turned out really cute. And again, I know they're very simple, but still I'm really happy with them. And these just look squishier because they're in packaging, so it makes them a little bit slow rising. So yeah, I just felt like doing a more simple squishy tutorial because for quite a while now I have been making squishies that are a little bit challenging, so I wanted to make one that was very simple and very easy to do. So these are just really quick and they're like so simple, so anyone can make them. And I think the red one is my favourite. And then these two here I'm going to be placing on my Etsy shop, and my shop is linked in the description box below as always. So if you are interested, please check out my shop because they will be on there. So maybe you want to get these for someone that you love. I think the packaging makes them look a lot more realistic in my opinion. And again, you can make them look a lot more shiny if you want to by adding multiple layers of paint, but again I didn't because I wanted them to dry in time. So that probably would have taken me after Valentine's Day for them to dry, so I wouldn't be able to finish them in time. But it's up to you if you want to do that or not. And sorry if the packaging annoys you. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And as always, please feel free to request any more squishy tutorials you would like me to do in the comments below. And also I hope you all have a nice Valentine's Day if you do celebrate it. I'm not going to say a happy Valentine's Day because I know it is going to be very different for everyone this year. And I know not everyone is going to get to see their loved ones. But if you are one of those people, please call your family members or your loved ones, or have a video chat with them and let them know how much you love them. So if there is someone that you can't be with during this time, then please call them and let them know that you love them. And we can just celebrate this day as best as we can. I just celebrate them by making videos. So, yep, I really hope you enjoyed and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye!